Welcome to Unshakable with Human Design, the show dedicated to helping entrepreneurs use human design to shift from hustle to flow without sacrificing results. Come here to become an unshakable human and build an unshakable business according to your human design. I'm your host, Nicole. Hello and welcome to Unshakable with Human Design, everybody. I'm your host, Nicole, and I am so thrilled to be here with my guest, Chellie Carlson, today. Chellie is actually somebody I met. It's actually only been a little bit over a year, but it feels like longer that we've known each other. I spoke in a mastermind that you were a part of. And I'm going to brag on you a little bit here because I've watched this ascension that you've had and I've watched this growth journey you've been on. And while you are a personal stylist, you are so much more than that. And that's what I really feel has come through in this year plus that I've known you and I've been watching you. Now, I'm also a member of your Style Society membership, which we're going to talk about in a little while because I'm going to rave about that too. Because honestly, what you've done, I've always liked clothes, but I relied on brands and I'm not going to say that I always loved my body. I've never had a weight problem, but I had big boobs from the time I was a kid. And we're going to talk about body image. Yeah. But what you've done in your membership, I've been in the membership pretty much the whole time I've known you. I joined pretty much right away. And so I've been in it for a year, and you give these great style boards and you give such great advice, not just on like, oh, here's what's trending now, like you can get on a YouTube video. You get formulas for how to dress us, how to dress our body. And that has changed my whole relationship with my clothes, the way that I shop. I use your suggestions, but I'm also able to be online. My Christmas list this year was so different because I was like, these are the pieces that I need. These are the accessories that I feel like I'm missing from the look that I want to create for me, not because the magazine told me to. And I just wanted to say that we're going to talk about all of it today, but thank you. Because it's made me feel more empowered in my own body, in my own style, in the way that I represent myself. And that can't be understated, how important that is. So thank you and welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
And I also want to say that you are a 2/4 emotional generator and you are the incarnation cross of the vessel of love, which at the end of the episode, I'm going to get to what that all means because when I see people really living true to their design, gets me super excited. And I want to highlight some of that. So if you're listening to this and you are a vessel of love, you're a generator, you're a 2/4, we're going to go into all of that and how Chellie is really using this in her brand without necessarily knowing what you're doing. It's just coming through you. Why? Because you've done obviously inner work. You have reflected on yourself and you're stepping into your highest version of yourself. And that happens to be very aligned with your chart. So I'm going to call out some of that stuff at the end. But before we get there, let's introduce yourself. Tell everybody, where did I not include? What would you like everybody to know about you?
So thank you for that beautiful intro. It's received. It's an honor to have this membership and to hear reflected back to me is really special. So a little bit about me. So I live in Los Angeles, but I grew up, it's lots of duality here. I grew up on a farm in Missouri, got a fashion degree from Central Missouri State. So again, it doesn't matter where you go to school or what degree you get. So I got that degree and then I lived in Chicago 21 years. And then I've been in LA about a year and a half now.
And are you loving
And
LA?
I'm loving it. I'm never leaving. This weather, I get to work outside every day. I have open, it's home, but I love to travel back to Chicago because I miss it a lot. I mean, I don't really miss the weather, but I miss the people and clients and friends. But yeah, that's my journey. And I worked a little my background. I worked for a lingerie brand for 20 years. This, connecting the dots backwards, this work prepared me to ultimately understand women's bodies and minds and ultimately help them, unlock their inner beauty and know that their bodies are perfect as they are, no matter their size. So I would see women that had full large busts who wanted smaller to look smaller. And then all of my small busted women wanted to look larger. So there was so much confusion around, basically no matter what size you were, you didn't feel like you were enough or it was right for
Mhm.
you, right? And so I would notice this and putting them in the right bra that made them feel really confident and comfortable in their body and made their clothes look really well. These women would cry in the fitting rooms with me and they would hug me and say, Chellie, what you just did for my bras, I need you to do for my whole wardrobe. So that's when I started side hustling. I built a website in 2019, and then I started handing out business cards and building my business from the ground up.
And you did that. You're not 22 years old, so I think that
I
that's.
did, yes.
And I,
And
I
I
mean,
founded at 40. So this is another part of my story that, ladies, I founded at 40 in 2020. So I founded 2 weeks before COVID hit. We had mutual termination with my company. I still love the brand and work with it. And I said, I'm ready to go on my own. I'd been playing small long enough. I was so uncomfortable playing small. I'm like, I'm going to launch my brand, my business. Let's go. And then boom, COVID hit. So it was actually, and honestly, I was on unemployment for about a year and a half, which was, thank God I got that unemployment because, I couldn't, the stores were closed, things were happening that were out of my control.
yeah,
So I focused inward and I knew that this would pass and that looking back again, connecting the dots, it was a huge gift for my industry. And then having women not leaving the house or wearing sweats for a couple of years, and then they're realizing, wait, I deserve more from my wardrobe, right? And we had the whole awakening, and I deserve more from everything in my life, right? After being locked up for a year and a half. And so I hired a coach that created my 3-step methodology that I still use today. I launched that in 2021. And then right at that point, it took off from there. Every
yeah.
year, it just kept growing and growing as I kept growing and growing.
And there's a few things in there. I want to go into. I
Yeah.
want to ask you first about the lingerie company. You brought up big busted
Yeah.
women wanted to be
Yes.
smaller, smaller busted
Small.
women wanted to be bigger. That was a huge. I mentioned this in the intro, but that was a huge conditioning point. I'm going to call it small T trauma. That I grew
Absolutely.
up being called. My nickname was top heavy.
Wow.
I was it, and it was so. It was not a compliment.
No.
I always felt like I looked fat
Because
because everything, I did not have things that fit me. I did
the
not have a bra that fit me. That was the most
supportive.
that was like mind blowing to me. The first time I went for a bra fitting at a
Fitting.
bra place where a woman walked in to the dressing room with me and was like, "Here, I want you to put these on." And they were different sizes than I had ever worn. And I wasn't spilling over the sides. I wasn't like up to my chin with my cleavage. They just fit. And I cried. I cried.
This, I feel there's so much shame society puts as women. We're supposed to look sexy and show off our breasts, but then there's so much judgment and shame if you actually do it. And then I understand so many women would come in the fitting rooms with me and they would cry. They would feel just like you, the trauma from that. There's so much that was held around the breast, and it's so sad. And then they would instantly become safe with me and I would say, I'm going to get you in the right bra. It's going to change your posture, your energy, your confidence. And they would walk out of there looking 10 years younger and 10 pounds slimmer and feeling different. And then I now get to do this with the whole wardrobe, and it's life changing.
Well, it's one of those things too where you go from feeling like if I sometimes I think back to 10 years ago and I bought fancy clothes when I worked on Wall Street. I guess we're going back even further than that. I've been out of there a little bit longer. When I worked in corporate, it was very much suits and stuff like that. So, and I felt
Hmm.
comfortable in a suit because I felt like I looked professional. I felt like I fit the role that I was playing there. It wasn't
Yep.
me. It was corporate Nicole looked like that. And then when I left corporate, I had a closet full of corporate Nicole clothes, and I no longer was that person. And then I had sort of like a style identity crisis for a moment, where it was like, I don't really know how to
Where do you begin?
dress. Yeah, where do I start? And that's where your membership really changed everything for me. Before that, I had some pieces that I liked, but overall, just back to that bra thing about that trauma, because it doesn't have to be your boobs. It could be another part of your body. My sister, it's her butt. She's just like, my butt. Everything is just, her mind goes directly to it, which causes so many people to stay stuck in a box of wearing the same thing that maybe doesn't work.
And just potentially hiding it. A lot of women, it's arms or legs. And my job, it's about how to balance. And once you have a beautiful look that feels great on you, nobody's looking at your arms. Nobody's looking or focused on your butt. If you feel really powerful and great in your body, they're looking at how your energy, they feel you, and they treat you differently. And so it's wearing things that balance you and make you feel really good. But so many, and giving permission. A lot of women I meet just won't wear shorts. And my last client, she said in her home, she's like, I won't wear shorts, Chellie. She lives in Scottsdale. And so I looked at her and I said, okay, Claudia, and I understood. The fourth look I put her in the studio were shorts. And she instantly had this, like my whole team, when I said it's time for shorts, she literally physically had a reaction and was physically not well. We put her in these shorts. She's now obsessed with the shorts. She took a selfie, sent it to her husband, and she's like, I look great in shorts. And I'm like, yes, you do. You don't. She hadn't worn them since childhood. And I'm like, you have beautiful legs. Why are you hiding them? And it was her, she'd been conditioned to believe her legs weren't good enough from childhood. So it's setting us free from all of these limiting beliefs that
Well, when I think about body image, and when I think about, this is a show that's dedicated to becoming the most authentic version of yourself, the highest, most authentic version of yourself through human design. And I wanted to have you on here because style is an expression of your authentic self. And when we are hiding, when we are in our trauma and not in our power with the way that we feel in our clothes, then you are not in your power. You are not being authentic. You are in the process of hiding. And so many people, so many entrepreneurs, we have to be out in front. We have
visible.
to be visible. When you're selling, it's your energy. When you are marketing, it's your energy. And if you don't feel comfortable in your own skin, people pick up on that.
People sense it. Yep.
And they might sense that something's off with you, but they're not thinking, I bet she just has, she thinks she has a big butt and she's not comfortable in her pants. They're thinking like, I don't know, there's just something off about this person. I'm just not feeling the power I need to feel from somebody I need to trust before I invest with them.
Yeah. It's so powerful.
And so it's really it's more than clothes. It's not
way
clothes.
Way more than clothes. I wish, and again, I'm not the one who makes the rules with clothes. I wish we weren't judged for anything we're wearing, but it's less about what you're wearing and it's more about how it makes you feel. That's the power of it. And it's finding the things that make you feel your best and then wearing them over and over and over again.
And loving your body through this process of your client loves her legs again, and I'm sure she's enjoying her life more in Scottsdale with shorts on. I live in Austin. I live in Austin. I had to come to terms with shorts and skirts. I never thought I was a girly girl, so I never wore skirts. And now I found dresses and skirts and things because you know what? It's hot and I love them. Well, I found ones that fit my personality, because some of them don't feel
lifestyle,
like me.
Yep.
They're in, but I'm like, this just doesn't feel like me. So bye. I don't need to fit somebody else's trend mold.
No.
And so I want to talk about signature style because I know and your method, because you have a 3-step method.
Yes.
And your method, it's not just about buying all of these other pieces. And I wanted to ask you, you said somebody helped you put together that framework. Does
Yeah.
it help you
Yeah.
in being able to explain what you do and how you help people to have a clear framework for how you do it?
Yes.
It's not just, oh, I shop for you, which
Right.
people might be
There's
like, okay.
Yeah, there is, it has changed the game for me of having, people like the container is very clear. These are the steps. This is all I do. You can't reach out and hire me for a one-off or a photo shoot. This is my magic, and I do these three steps. And so it really, I think, is powerful. It gives people like, okay, they want methodology when hiring people. Like it shows that and the process works, the transformation happens only after these three steps, and it's proven.
Well, you're telling them how you get results. And
Yes,
for
and
all
we
the
do it
entrepreneurs
quick.
listening, if you don't have a framework and you can't clearly explain to people how
Yep.
you get them from point A to point
Right.
B, then that's probably why you are not able to
Not
sell as regularly as you would like to.
ex right.
So tell everybody, first of all, what's a signature style and
Style.
why does it matter?
Yep. So a signature style is ultimately the way you show up consistently creates your signature style. So it could be, for everybody, it's different. I can use myself for example. So a signature style for me is my jewelry, which I'm actually not wearing because I have a bow, but I wear the same necklace
Your
every
stack.
day, my stack, and it is my signature part of my signature style because I literally, no matter what I'm wearing, except the bow, I wear this signature stack and it shows that I'm consistent. People are watching me, and it ultimately, when you show up consistently, you're building trust with your audience. And it is so powerful. Another signature style aspect of my style is leopard.
Yeah.
So leopard is my neutral. I love leopard. I've loved it since I was a child. So having it be in style right now, I'm stocking up on all the leopard. Yeah, I'm really happy. So leopard, anything for me, a papa leopard, accessories, shoes, whatever it may be. So when people see that, they recognize me. They're like, that's Chellie, that's her vibe. Another thing for me is oftentimes I wear sneakers, or actually another one is like boots and shorts is another look I love. So people recognize me for that. So it's finding whatever it may be for you, whether it's a certain shoe you want to wear over and over again. It's finding what you love that people comment on it or they're constantly complimenting you. Try just wearing that piece over and over again and then style it in different ways. You're going to then start creating and honing in on your signature style.
Yeah, for me, I'm definitely, well, I'm wearing a blazer right now.
Yep.
I love a
Signature.
blazer. I'm it is, I have no money will ever be wasted on me buying a
On
blazer.
Bed Blazer.
It will get worn. It will get worn again and again and again. And I feel like me when I throw it on. They are my jackets here pretty much all year long in Austin. Whenever it gets, when it's not summer, I have a blazer on because I don't need a winter coat
The
here. They
coat.
are like the jacket. So, moto jacket. I like a third piece over
Always
my stuff. And I love the graphic tee. I'm a rock and roll girl. I live in Austin. My husband's a
with you.
musician. I was absolutely like, I had the Penny Lane phase where I was like backstage at rock concerts all the time, and that's who I am. So when I put that on, there's not a part of me anymore that says, oh, I'm not dressed up enough. I don't look professional. It's like,
Professional.
no,
No.
this is
This
who
is,
I am. Like
yeah.
this is my
This
thing.
is my vibe. I have some a ping on that. So then when you put this outfit on, you love it. The beauty is, Nicole, you could wear it all day. You could then go to dinner. You could go to so many people are getting dressed for the occasion or for who they're going to be around or the location. My wish for all of us is to dress for ourselves. So when you
Mm.
wear that outfit, that blazer and graphic tee, you could literally go from your podcast out to a rock concert and you are appropriate no matter what because you love your outfit.
I get
People sense
stopped
that.
all the time and people compliment me on my outfits and they're just my everyday thing. But I messaged you actually because I was at an event and I had to go to the airport directly. I had to leave early and go to the airport. So I wore my graphic tee. I wore my frame palazzo pants, which are like
Can't
pajamas. They're so
love
comfortable. My
my favorite thing.
sneakers, like my like Puma sneakers, and then I had my
Lace.
oversized blazer on over it. I had my necklace, this one that I'm wearing right now, and
So pretty.
so everybody's in like these dresses and they're super dressed up at this event. And I walk in and I'm just like, and I didn't think twice about it. I was like, I feel good. I feel lovely. I'm totally cool here being in this. And I
Yeah.
got stopped by no less than 5 people telling me how much they loved my outfit. I gave them all your Instagram, of course. And it's because I
I love
walked in owning it. I wasn't just
owning
like, oh, I
it.
hope it's okay that I'm
You,
wearing this or I
yes,
feel out
it's
of place.
so, that's the power of a signature style. And ultimately, you're going to save money. Stop buying and over consuming.
Yeah.
That is key. Just stop shopping. Wear the few pieces that you love and wear them in different ways. And then that's your signature look. Save you time and money.
So there's two things I want to mention. One other thing that
Yeah.
most people who listen to the show know that I was an actor when I was younger, and I had this acting teacher. Well, I didn't have her; she was dead. But I went to her studio in New York. Her name was Uta Hagen, and we had it was a conservatory program. So you were in it for a long time. You went through all of these different units, and one of them was on costuming, and you spent a month where all you did was try on costumes. So you would do the same scene in 4 different costumes. And it was all to show
Wow.
you how the clothes changed the
Change.
way you acted, who you were being when you walked in that
Oh,
room. So it was such a lesson for me because she was like, do it in her book. She has a book. And you basically went through every chapter in the book and they were lessons that we did for like weeks in class. We did this for a month where we just did things in different
different.
clothes. And, we'd come in sweatpants and we'd do it. And then we'd come in a ball gown and we'd do it. And you brought in all these different things and different props and stuff that if you put on beautiful jewelry, how did that make you feel?
How did it change the
It
vibe?
changed everything. So I know that's
You're
just a thing that has stuck in my mind when I see you and you're talking about signature style. I'm like, this changes your energy. It changes who you're being when
being
you are around other people. And that's what people feel. No matter what you're
that
saying, that's what they're getting from you.
right. And another ping, it ultimately it's about self-worth. Like every time you get dressed, you're saying like this is what I'm worth. This is my value. I'm not the one who made these rules. It's just the way it is. And so every time, I challenge my clients, like you're getting dressed, make sure this feels like this shows people like where telling them where I'm going, who I'm becoming. And it's so powerful. And I think self-worth is one of the biggest struggles all my clients struggle with is am I worthy of investing in these clothes? Do I deserve to feel this good?
Well,
It's a
it's
big,
the one question that I ask people, like I'm always asking myself, can this person see their value? So people come into my programs and through human design, I try to help you see what your innate value is and your method and your mode is clothing. It's through
yeah,
dressing yourself. It's through balancing your body because there
yeah,
are different ways. And what are some common mistakes that people are making that you
making
see with the things that they maybe have always been wearing? Is there something in their
always been
closet they
wearing.
should not
Yes.
have, they should
I
stop
think
doing right now?
stop doing it. The number one thing is hiding in your clothes. So when you have that body part, I had it, it was sort of my stomach area for most of my life. I would just hide loose, kind of flowy, and they were in style back then, like these muumuus.
Yeah.
Hiding that body part only does one thing, it draws more attention to it. So ultimately, I see women just, oh, like large fabrics, hiding, trying to just blend in with everybody else so they don't get judged rather than actually finding garments that fit their body, getting them tailored to fit their body.
Mm,
And ultimately, every look we put on, it needs to come in at the waist. I don't care if you're a size 20, which I work with size 20s. I made my size 20 look like a size 10 because we balanced her so well. And no matter if you're a size zero, you still need to bring it in at the waist. It's the most universally flattering silhouette is the hourglass. So I don't care if you're an apple, a pear, whatever shape you are, we're trying to achieve the hourglass. And it's so simple. You bring it in at the waist. Even if we have, I know a lot of women, we have that stomach trauma. So there's a little
Hmm.
pooch there. Again, when you stand up tall and your outfit looks balanced, nobody's looking at that. They're looking at how strong and radiant you look in your whole outfit. So I say the number one thing is just snatch in that waist, no matter what size you are. Don't be afraid to do it. You're going to look longer and leaner.
And by doing that, it's to me one of the things. I had a no crop top thing where it was just like I can't wear cropped. So I'm always telling my people beware of anything that says I can't, I shouldn't,
Yes.
because those you should
These are,
examine every single inner sentence that you're saying to yourself,
yes.
saying I can't do that, I can't wear that, I can't be that, because I'll call bullshit pretty much on any of that.
Yeah.
I choose to not wear it. That doesn't feel like me, but that's a very different statement. And I had I can't wear crop tops. And then high-waisted pants came in,
Amen.
and then
And now
everything else that was longer than my waist just made me look out of shape and
out of
not
shape.
right. So I had to fall in. Now they're all now I cut all of my
Everything is
t-shirts
cropped.
like you teach us how
Right.
to.
And it's just about the front tuck. If you get a little front tuck or full tuck, you look, you just look more, and you don't have to sacrifice comfort.
No.
Ladies, you just do a little front tuck. Make sure your pants fit right. And it's all about tailoring.
So take everybody through those three steps because
Three
it isn't
steps.
just about shopping. So your
No,
method
the
is
mhm.
made up of
We start
three
with your
phases.
closet. Yeah,
Yeah.
we start with your edit. And this is a day with you, really diving deep into, we're going to go to childhood. You learned how to get dressed from your mother. We're going to talk about what she taught you about self-worth, where you can shop, what you can and can't wear. Ex-partners, a lot of them imprinted on you, what's appropriate. You don't look good in this. You should wear this, do this. And then, of course, society, the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Your boobs are too big, you can't wear this. Your legs are not good enough, don't wear this. So there's all of these. I'm able to, in that closet, when we're trying on and editing through your wardrobe, all of those limiting beliefs are going to come up. And I'm examining and noting each one so that when I shop for you, my job is to overcome those limiting beliefs and set you free, just like I did with Claudia and the shorts. Claudia is never going to feel the same in her body again after working with me. She is like free, she's open, and she's magnetic. So this closet is closet therapy. So
Mm-hmm.
all of your masks are coming off. You're sharing everything with me and we're editing. We're going to see all of the potential poor choices you may have made in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it's buying low quality garments or it's buying the same category over and over and over again. Some women have 80 pairs of denim. You need maybe 4 pairs of denim. That's it. But we keep just thinking, oh, I the I need more clothes. I just need to keep shopping and buying and buying. And so it's really about letting go of anything that's dated. So anything that's like the long blouses, skinny jeans, anything that's old, just get it out of the closet. It's
Mm-hmm.
taking up space. And your closet space energetically represents what's going on in your life. It is a snapshot. So when you get clear and clean with your closet, lots of other things in your life are going to shift and you're going to get clean and clearer. So it's a powerful session.
And just to kind of, highlight that one piece there where it's, that your clothes and what's in your closet it's a physical representation of what you're holding on to. and the
Yes.
things that you are still attached to,
Two.
whether they believe. So if you have a shirt in your closet, a blouse in your closet that reminds you of the time when you felt heavy, or it was about a bad breakup, or maybe your ex wouldn't let you wear the top because you were showing too much,
Too
whatever
much.
that is, you're hanging on to that. Every time you touch it, that
It brings
it's
back, yeah.
it's a memory. It's a
Yep.
trauma. It's a small t trauma, as I
It
refer to
is. It
them.
is. Yes.
And why you want your trauma in your closet? Like, we don't
No.
want that there, because that's an intimate space that we go into every day.
Yeah. And
And since working with you through the membership, I have learned to love my closet so much more that when I walk in there, it's like, oh, I have so many options
right,
to
there's so
do
much
different
abundance, but
things.
you have fewer pieces is
I
the
have fewer
goal.
pieces. I
Yep.
can actually move the hangers in my
Move.
closet now.
You should be able to know where every garment is. Like if I think of a piece in my closet, I have a very small closet. I know exactly where that piece is hanging. Like
Yeah.
I just know because I don't have that much.
Well, and I
And
also know
it's
when something's missing from my wardrobe. When by not
yeah,
having so much, I could go, you know what I'm always reaching for and I don't have? It's this. I wish I had one more long skirt to wear with those amazing boots that I
those boots.
have, because I want to wear those boots more and show them off. So what else do I need to kind of like make me feel like
Supplement.
I have,
Yeah.
yeah, like where I have,
Right.
oh, this would be perfect with these three tops, like one other thing. Then it tells me what I need to invest in
Best in.
rather than just
And
be
you
buying new things all the time.
another small T trauma that I find women are holding on to are clothes that they used to be able to wear. So we all struggle with
Yeah.
this. So you're holding on to that beautiful trouser that's two sizes smaller than you are right now, that skirt, those jeans.
Yeah.
Ladies, you can keep these pieces, but we do not keep them in our main closet zone. We are going to archive them. So this is your permission slip to take those pieces, remove them from your closet, fold them up nicely, and store them in another closet space. You do not need to be shopping them, reminding yourself that you no longer wear that size every day, reminding yourself that, I'm going to, it just remove it. And
Yeah.
if you do change sizes, you can revisit those and bring them back in when you do.
Yeah. So they're not part of your day to
They're
day
not part of your
interaction.
day-to-day interaction, and it's taking up that space. Again, back to like a seasonal closet too. With my clients, we only have the current season front and center. So right now it's winter. There's no reason to have your white linen or flowy dresses like front and center. We need to move that to the other side of the closet or hide it so that we can only focus on what we're wearing right now, which is fall, which is winter.
It also feels like those clothes are new again when the
When
next
you
season comes around. You do it with kids, right? You take their
yes,
toys away a little bit,
take
you
the,
put them in and then you bring them
and then
out
they're
again, and
new.
they're like,
Yes, look
oh
what
wow,
I
like I
have. And
forgot
you
I had
forget
this.
because there's just, you will edit again. So first thing you do next, in the spring, summer, when we're pulling out those pieces, we're going to edit again and decide, okay, does this feel like me? Or it's time to let it go. So seasonal editing is huge.
Okay, so we've edited.
We've
Now what?
edited. Now
Now
it's
what do
time to
we do?
shop. So now that I've seen what holes the client has and I see their current wardrobe, my job is to fill in the gap. Typically, my clients are getting with the full transformation, they're getting a whole new small capsule. Okay. A lot of their clothes don't work for them. So we purge the majority. So what that means is I get to source this new wardrobe from any retailer, the highest value in every category. We ship it to the style studio, and the client gets to show up for one of the best days of her life. This is her shop day,
Her pretty woman.
where her pretty woman day. She walks in, the entire space is exactly what she's always dreamed of. We're styling her 3 to 5 years out. This is her next level self. She gets to look in the mirror. Majority of my clients look in the mirror, there's tears. They're like, who is she? She's so beautiful. And you're trying things you never thought you could wear. We're busting all those limiting beliefs during this session, setting you free so that you could every day getting dressed is the best part of your day.
It's
So
really fun when you love your stuff.
when you love, and there's no reason why you shouldn't. And no matter your size, I've again worked with size 18, 20s this season. They cannot go to a store and buy clothes. And so working with me, I handpicked and sourced everything that they literally, the first one of the clients, the first look she put on, she's like, if this is all I get, I'm happy. I can't believe everything fits me, and it's like we all, no matter our size, we've been conditioned that it's not good enough. And so our bodies were just in constant battle with them. And I know because I've done it my whole life. And so I'm here to help, now that I'm in my mid 40s, it's getting better, but I'm really here to just help women know that our bodies are perfect. The clothes are typically the problem. So let's get clothes on you that feel really good, and you're going to feel lighter. And majority of my clients after working with me just start losing weight because they now understand how to dress their body and they feel better. So they make better choices throughout the day.
Have you ever met a woman that you've worked with that didn't have some sort of body
Body, no,
issue ever?
not one.
I can't think of a woman I've ever met
No.
that didn't have
My
something.
zeros, yeah. So my zeros have it just as much as my 18 to 20s, maybe even more. My zeros have it more. Just that harsher, more critical view of perfection,
And
and it's holding us back.
it's that's not your most magnetic self
No.
when you're in your shadows of anything, whether you're shaming
Yes.
yourself or you're trying to attain unattainable perfection. That's not the vibe.
Mm-mm.
So what's the
It's
third step?
then the next step is so at the end of that, the top seamstress from LA comes in and tailors everything because fit is everything. So I make sure I've been sewing since I was 15. So I make sure fit, every garment is perfect or we tailor it. That's my
Uh,
favorite part. Then we freight all of these clothes to the home of the client. And then the last session is basically their style session. So they've worn some pieces for a few weeks. I want to know, what do you have questions on? What are we struggling with? How can what do we need to work on here? And then I deliver a digital lookbook. So this is their current wardrobe styled with their new pieces. So they have, shares closet at their fingertips, all their
wow,
looks on their phone.
that's
So they
amazing.
can get ready in 5 minutes.
I have some core visualizations that I do, moments that I have for myself of what I'm calling in for myself for like the next year. I will share this with you publicly. That one visualization, because I like moments. I like actual moments, not just like, oh, I'm manifesting this money. It's like, what's a moment with something that represents me having it? And for me, it's you and your team. I'm welcoming you into my home and my dogs are jumping on you and it's a
Oh,
whole moment and I cry when I do it because I'm like, because you're so real to me, so it adds to that visualization. But I have this moment where I feel like I'm there. And because I think most women, I think all people want this, but I think women especially, because I think we tend to feel like we haven't been seen.
yeah.
We're dying for somebody to see us
Yes.
for who we are.
Yeah.
And what a gift that you do that for
I
people.
do.
Now, if it's okay with you, can I talk about your human design just a little
Yes, of
bit?
course. I would love to dive
So,
into that.
so human design obviously tells us so you're an emotional generator, so you have emotions and
A lot of emotions.
usually emotional people, like it's wisdom over time. Like as things sit with us and we marinate on them, like we just sort of deepen with things. Generator, you've done different things in your life, but there is a pretty strong through line. I went to fashion school. I got my degree. I worked for a lingerie company, which is not what you do now, but it was the catalyst for something. And you kind of moved in an upward straight line, right? Like a stair step straight line. And that's very much, generators also, they're builders. Like I build things, and usually they're at their best when they're building something they love. But what I really want to talk about are two aspects of your chart. Well, three. You being a 2-4 profile. The 2 is called the hermit. Really what it's about is usually 2s love their alone time, but the 4 is inherently social. So you have this push-pull of duality. Like, leave me alone, but I love people. I thrive with people. The fact that a lot of your growth has come through masterminds and through networking and through just the people that you know, really speaks to that 4-line connection. Opportunity comes through people, and it's through the people that you know and the people who know those people. And then the 2, though, is just, I'm just a natural at things. There's just something that I'm good at, whether I've been schooled at it or not, doesn't matter. I just have this natural talent. And then the rest of the chart starts to clue us into what those talents can be. Now, one of them, you have the channel of something called the perfected form. And the channel of perfected form is about aesthetics. Usually people who have this channel, there's just this draw to outer beauty, the things that, things that just visually are appealing, aesthetics. I would say Anna Wintour, this is her only channel. She has just this one. And it's just about impeccable taste and a way to really see the beauty in things and how things go together. So you have that talent, and then you have this design of talent being a 2-line where there's just like your thing is just going to be your thing. And you won't be able to, you don't necessarily have to explain it. It's just like, this is just what I'm born to do. And when 2s are doing what they're born to do, life supports them in really amazing ways. Now, being a vessel of love, the vessel of love, there's only, it is a very unique cross. And our incarnation cross is like our purpose in life. And there's a lead gate to everyone's purpose, and yours is gate 10, which I want to call out a couple of things because it's sort of freaky. Gate 10 is the gate of authentic self, behavior of the authentic self. So when you are being authentic, then you become an example for others to be their most authentic selves, to behave where you don't care what anybody else thinks. And the moment that you become self-conscious, that's when things don't work. And by you being in your power in that gate, therefore, that's how this energy works. It's not I teach you how to do this. It's literally by you being in that energy, you provide that energy for others, and you become the example of what could be for them by being that. That's literally what your brand is. When we do branding by human design, that would be like the North Star of your brand is authenticity and loving yourself. But then we go over to the other side, to your unconscious sun, which is the 46th gate. And the 46th gate is the gate of the love of the body. And so it's these two, the outer light and the inner light for you are love of your authentic self and just behaving as yourself and being who you're meant to be. And then the 46th gate, love of the body, to just say, I love this human form. I love this human experience. What a gift it is to be alive, and what a gift it is to be in this skin suit that we are walking around in this body, and how can we love it? And the 46s tend to, my body is a temple kind of thing, can definitely be a consistent theme where when a 46 takes care of their body, it doesn't mean being perfect, but where you feel like you're nourishing your body, that is also contagious to other people. And that's more something you share versus necessarily being an example of, although you can be. But these aspects to me just popped out because ultimately a vessel of love, you're here to be an expression of love in all of its forms. And it's going to be what you love comes through you. And usually when you said that, women would come to you when you worked in the lingerie company and they would immediately feel comfortable with you. That's what Vessel of Love people do. It's you just have a feel good energy that people feel good around you. And so these are there's so much more obviously in the chart, but those were things that when I see people who are living so in alignment with what they were designed to do, I want to give that example too to everybody listening, because when you step into your gifts, they become more than just your gifts. Then you start to be a living, breathing example of them, and it goes beyond you. And I think that's what you're doing. You affect so many people with the love of what you do, whether it's your Instagram, which everybody should be following her on Instagram. She's at Chellie Carlson. On IG. We will link that up in the show notes for you, of course. And you should join the membership because the membership is so ridiculously affordable. It is so amazing. And it is the best first step into your world. If you can't make the big jump to the full shop and the full method, it is so jam-packed with value and education on how you can live as your highest self. Through your style. So I just wanted to share that with you and with everybody here. And I want to thank you for being here and for sharing your wisdom and your gifts here.
Thank you for having me. It was beautiful. I could talk to you all day.
Same. Is there anything that you wanted to say to the listeners before we wrap up?
No, just, come follow me on IG. Let's hang out.
She has such great
DM
content.
me.
She puts up such great content. So please follow her. Again, she's at Chellie Carlson. You can find her on IG and send her a DM. Share this episode on your stories and tag both of us. I'm at Nicole Lano Official. Tag us and let us know what you thought about it. Show us your signature style. Chellie, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you, listener, for making it to the end of the episode with us. Remember, in order to have an unshakable business, you must first become an unshakable human. So thanks for letting us help you become unshakable with human design, everybody. We'll see you next time. If you love this episode and you're a fan of the show, please show us the love on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you're listening to the show and leave us a review. And if you'd like to connect with other entrepreneurs on their human design journey, join our free Facebook community, Human Design for Entrepreneurs. Go to NicoleLano.me/podcast links to join the group, book a human design reading with me, or access our free human design resources. We'll see you there.